Uh, have you ever read The Outsider? If you pass eighth grade, you should read The Outsider and the connectivity of tomorrow through T2, T3, and a film like La Bamba. And I want to introduce to you a little bit about La Bamba and the city of Alabama. As I read through the gates of those in the city of Alabama, they were so misplaced and misforgotten of tomorrow. Welcome to the kingdom of Alabama, and it's half Allah and half Bama. And if you separate it like that, let me explain a little bit in a little bit slower speech. Uh, Allah means God above, and nobody really understands God above and denomination of God below. And the truthful is in the war against North Korea, are we really fighting North Korea or Alabama? Because a lot of people say Watkins and Moore came from Alabama, and those I can't really deceive, but deceiving of the treason. May I speak to you, and may I seek to you in the lamplight of tomorrow, and those that they say they rhyme tight and rhyme right or crime night, only to see the day that might fail. May you smell a little weed, may you smell a little cookies, and may you smell a little trees in my eyes, and may you smell a little tail. This is called the session of life. The session of life is about 2 blunts away, and what would I feel today? In the city of New Mexico, where we live today, I can understand the word of tomorrow, what to say. And as I explained, the word of Alabama couldn't understand the greasy day. Those that I couldn't smoke a little bit and toke a little bit, choke a little bit down the lane of the paint of gain. A little laser tags, a little more, a little less. May I recommend a little woods and a little half of a heifer. Can you really see? Am I really the outsider looking in, or am I the insider looking out more and more of T2 and T3? And would T2 ever look at me? And the reason that I look at thee, and somehow I didn't know Shakespeare couldn't tell the tale of sign. Because despite the word, despite the pain, and despite the game that I couldn't see the name, the fame that I can go and go, couldn't know which way to go and still have a classic mode. Am I really hustling out there? And am I really putting myself out there as the telltale that I can understand the smell of weed and the smell of jail cell and the smell of time of deliverance? And what would you say if I walk with the Donald today? Would you say I'm against YG? I'm not against YG, because YG is against me. I represent 200, and he represent 400. And how can we represent together and together more? 400, less than 200, somehow add 20 to the brain, and I smoke a little wang. Is it the new thing? Because I don't really need fucking a beat. I can really seek the street, and I can put it on iPad and say, Justin Timberlake, it's me. Can you understand the jail cell of life? I bring a little cattle, little metal. Somehow I couldn't dismantle the 60 of Nipsey Hussle. He killed himself in the deal of jail cell, and say represent 2 hard of killer kills down the lane of pain and by himself. But I'm also by myself. Nobody understand. I'm in the house, but I'm by myself. As cold as I am, And they didn't know the demand of life. The treason that I am the disciple of wife. How can I demand less and less of the stress, but how can I demand more of the chronic in me? 2001, it go back to 99, where 99 problems of Jay-Z. I'm working on a little hip-hop history and hip-hop misery and hip-hop story, and somehow they didn't know me back then. I can rap back then, and I can call Rakim. Is it Raekwon or Raekwon? And somehow Raekwon didn't know Raekwon. I can flap jacks and nobody say flap mac, and I can fight back and I can rap nat and nobody understand rap crap. And didn't understand rap that I can rap motherfucker rap down the rain lane and the rap down the motherfucking paint. Paint your way down the critical lane and say critical mode, the hospital lane and hospital thing is the way of the G thing at the 200 mode. Less than 200 is 1800, and somehow 1800 didn't know 1600, 1600 didn't know 1300, and 1300 didn't know 22, and somehow 22 never lose. That's not true. We lose all the time. We serve jails all the time. Motherfuckers see us all the time, say they were a crime, and say they didn't remember me. Who is me? Me. Somehow me down the lane, and down the lane was a jealousy was the thing. A jealousy was the thing. The jealousy that I couldn't see, the less of more and more of those that I couldn't understand, that you can't speak more and less of me. Can you really conjugate less and less of those that I can conjugate more and more of less? And the blessing is that I can speak more than 10 minutes and say, I am wing it. I can put the beats to the soul, and I can beat to the mo, and I can beat to the hoe, and I can't really beat to my life. And nobody understand the decision I made. Nobody understand the reason I made this way, and nobody understand the hip hop and me and Tip Knock of Pastor Troy. Nobody understand Pastor Troy that I can understand Pastor Noise, and hey, a little Kendricks and little Minute say I couldn't write a thing because I couldn't write a scene, I couldn't write a mink, and nobody really understand, nobody really loved not writing no more. As hardcore as you were, and as hardcore as you does, and you say you can speak 500 bar faster than Twister, and somehow Twister didn't know Busta Rhyme and Busta Calm and the motherfucking Busta Haim. So really those that couldn't understand the mode, the lesson, and say I can stress the rest of motherfucking best from the West. Because I am from the West, somehow I am from the Southwest, the Midwest. I never really made it to the East. Well, this made to the East, where the East say, hey man, that's a dime piece. Say, that's a dime piece. Somehow the dime piece didn't say 10 minutes away. Say Kendricks didn't really pass the calm. Can you really put the beats to my soul? Can you beat to my go and say, can you beat to my hoes? And can you beat to the draw that the lane, those that I couldn't understand the pain? Because Common knows that Common say, Common does, and Common, that is the way of my life. Really though, nobody know what is common to me, because common is really a hustle of the way of the Christian faith and the Christian base. I can really say the demon in you is the demon in he is the Lady D's didn't know Lady D's saying, hey, couldn't you hold these? That big boy 106, and you didn't know 92.3, the beat didn't know Montel was the street. MS was really a gang. But 18 was really a thing. Of the past, in the past, the gas of life, and nobody understand how I conjugate this way. And nobody understand the reason I paint. Because nobody understand me as I the reason to be really those who can really catch me down the lane in the paint of life, and nobody understand the reason that I can speak more than more of less than you. The reason you choose this way, the reason you want to bat, the reason you want to rap these days, and the reason you want to crap today, that is nobody understand the mode of my life. And 10 minutes away, 10 minutes less, 10 minutes less, would I stop? Because the drop of life wouldn't understand the hop of knife.